trust the plan. Screw the plan. Create your own plan. Go for it. Just make it happen.
Be the plan.
Be the plan. What are your thoughts?
Oh, exactly right. I mean, it's funny. I watch these guys and I hear my own words coming back at me with a different accent, a different perspective, but it's the same message over and over and over again. Guys, it's up to you. You want to save your country? It's up to you. Literally you. Look in the mirror. That's the only solution you'll ever find to any problem you've ever got. Do it. It's fun. And I can tell you one thing. I sleep better at night knowing I'm doing something, because I would be incandescent with rage, yelling at the TV like I was doing 3 years ago because I hadn't started this journey. And we've all started somewhere. I know nothing about running a political party. 3 years down the track, I've got a good idea about it. Better still, I know how we're going to win too. So you've got the skills, you've got the ability, just step up and do it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's on you. It's on us. It's on each and every one of us. And exciting things to come. Exciting things to come. We've got Inauguration Day next Wednesday. Our show might not air till next Saturday because I don't know what's going to happen on Inauguration Day.
Nobody knows what's going to happen.
No one's going to nothing's going to happen. If we film at the same time next week, it's going to be happening while we're sitting down having a conversation. So we'll see what happens. And for those of you that think I'm being I don't know what to say, not saying much, being very mysterious, there are theories that are saying that Donald Trump is allowing this to happen so that all of these individuals are in one place, so that they can all be arrested in one foul sweep. Now, I don't think either of us agree with that. We were not ruling it out, but that's just something that's out there. That's why we're sort of like, is it going to go ahead? Also, they're saying that there's going to be threats of violence, but we don't know that. They're saying that there's a lot of Trump supporters that are enraged and ready to do acts of violence.
Don't believe it. The Trump supporters aren't going to revolt.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they won't.
I don't think so either. So I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens, but don't be surprised if we get delayed till Saturday. I'm bringing a social media team on to help with distribution. As you guys know, I do this round the clock. Last night I posted a 2 a.m. photo of me setting up the studio. Guys, I do work overtime to make this work, and I'm so thankful that I can actually bring a team on board, which is credit to the donors. So if you want to support the show, go to Subscribestar, go to actually, I learned something interesting about Subscribestar this week, but go to Subscribestar, go to PayPal, become a regular donor. If you want to support Riccardo, go to australiaone.com and
AustraliaOneParty.com.
AustraliaOneParty.com.
Otherwise, you'll get a tourist website.
I always hit that one. Yeah. And that'll be interesting. But any news on? A lot of people have been asking about this national tour. Any news on that?
Yeah, absolutely. The next state was to be Victoria as a physical tour. Comrade Dan shut the state down, so it's going to be a virtual tour. So it'll still be held in specific town halls, let's say, but I'll be there virtually. But it'll be a one-on-one. You can still ask me questions directly. We're not doing it statewide. It'll be group by group because we need to coalesce individuals in that one room to feel the energy and get to meet each other physically, which makes a big, big difference. So Victoria is the next state. After that, we're off to WA because of the state election over there. Again, borders contingent on borders being open because I understand that WA has now been shut down for the next 2.5 centuries, whatever.
They want to split. They want to become their own country, yet they'll re-elect this imbecile that's committed treason. That got a lot of views. A lot of people, I think they know it to be true.
Yeah.
That is a tainted of treason.
Look, I lived in WA when I was with the SAS, and it's a beautiful state, great people, but, oof, man.
I've always wanted to go there.
So the national tour is continuing, but it's now contingent. Physical attendance is contingent upon borders being open, but it'll certainly be doing the entire country, and the goal is to have the entire country finished by April.
Yeah, awesome, cool. I hope that the borders open last minute and we can run down there. I think that'd be awesome, legendary. I mean,
just on that.
Yeah, sure.
I can't say too much, but let's say it this way: you're not alone. There are many groups working very hard in very many different ways. They're all taking different approaches to the same problem. Remember I was talking about the attack on converging axes. I'll come up the south slope, you come up the north slope, right? There's a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of good work going on behind the scenes. I can't tell you more than that. But that doesn't mean, once, as Joel said, you trust the plan. No, be the plan. You've still got to do your bit. You've still got to go down to your local MP and terrify them. Because if enough terrified MPs turn up to the parliamentary party room and start exchanging notes, you're going to see some action. You really will. Squeeze them till their eyes pop.
Yeah. Awesome. Legendary. I can't wait. I actually can't wait to, because we got such a big kick out of the views that we see every week. Every time Riccardo comes in, I give him a briefing on how many views we reached. Last week, we reached 2 million people in the last interview we got. That's insane. We've only gone over 1 million once before, and that was the week before. I love meeting the faces behind the numbers. The numbers don't mean anything to me. But what I do know is that the number behind the number is a beautiful face, someone who wants change, and that's why they tune in. And Queensland was an example of that. I mean, we were flooded with love and affection and for what we're doing, and it was just legendary. And I know that that's the case for the other states as well, especially Victoria. Are you running any candidates in Western Australia at this stage?
Still deciding. We're looking at a few. Again, the 4 criteria: winning candidate, winnable seat, boots on the ground, money in the bank. And one of the end state criteria is we owe no favours, we owe no money. And so I make it hard for people. It's up to you to save your country. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've already run in two elections.
Yeah.
As I said, I may or may not run in a seat because I might have to sit in the background and keep the organisation developing.
Yeah.
While you storm the beaches, and I'll eventually get there. And once again, I have to meet the same criteria as everybody else. I don't automatically get a seat just because I'm me. I have to win the trust of the electorate, and they have to vote for me as their candidate.
Yeah.
And I'm subject to the same recall elections as everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay? But
and for transparency's sake, sorry, did I cut you off?
I don't know.
I don't think so. And for transparency's sake, he can't actually run in Western Australia. He's actually in Queensland right now, unless he would.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not running in WA.
Yeah,
but
in WA, but
down the track.
Election,
down the track. When I decide to actually run for a seat, but no, not in WA.
Yeah, sure. No, some people pick up on this stuff and then they build a YouTube career on criticising the show.
Oh, good luck to them.
Good luck.
It's a waste of a life.
Oh, it is, unfortunately, because we won't be here forever, guys. Once we save the country, we're going to be gone. You're going to have no career. What are you going to do? It's
irrelevance. It's make yourself relevant. Do something useful.
Yeah.
Get on the field.
Yeah, get on the field.
Get out of the stands. Get on the field. Pick up the ball and run to the try line. And when they knock you down, don't cry. You get up, you pick up the ball and go again.
That's how winning is done. Well, Rick, another week, another week of people burning their hair and running around. I have to admit, it's a little bit draining, but we're here to sort of make sense of it, and it's awesome that you're here to sort of help us wade through these waters.
Oh, I'm as relaxed as anything. Relaxed. I'm just utterly relaxed. I know it's all going to work out well. Now, having said that, just before we wrap up, understand we're going to be going through some tough times in the days, weeks, and months to come. We are going to be going through some very tough times. 2 things to remember: 1, you got to trust yourself. You can do it. 2, there are a bunch of other people that are making things happen behind the scenes. So keep the faith. But become the plan.
3, don't blame them. Arc up and get going. Let's do it. Well, Rick, thanks very much for your time, and see you next week.
Thanks, bud.
This week we also saw that our mate Pete Evans had his show cut from Spotify. Now, we've seen him cut a few times. His book was stopped being sold at places like Kmart, and it's terrible because no one likes a bully. So this week we are displaying his book, We Don't Like Bullies, and this is our endorsement of Pete's stuff. Now, full disclosure, I'm purely basing my opinion on this book on Riccardo because he's obviously used some of Pete's past books and has done some of the cooking, but I've never cooked anything of Pete's before.
Oh, look, professionally, his recipes are just superb. He's got an excellent one for people with autoimmune disease. He teamed up with a specialist, and it's a fantastic book. I use that as the basis of my cooking for my wife. As you know, she's got MS. So technically, the recipes, they're simple and they're tasty and they're brilliant. But the other thing, why would you want to take on someone like this? This is nothing but a good bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, he's your classic good bloke. If you look up at the dictionary, good bloke, there's a picture of Pete Evans.
Yeah.
He's a nice bloke, and he wants to cook. And yet they want to take him down. So if you want evidence that they are bastards, why would you want to take this bloke down? You wouldn't. So look, go out and buy his book, cook his recipes, and look after him because he's just a great guy.
It's because he's a Nazi, Riccardo.
That's right.
He wants the Aryan race to rule over the world in the Fourth Reich. But now let's.
The Fourth Reich is already running the planet. That's what we're trying to get rid of. It never died. The Fourth Reich just continued unbroken from 45. But no, seriously, great guy. Personally and professionally, I've never met the guy, but he's just a good bloke. He really is, and he's got nothing but the best of intentions for himself, his family, and for the country. So back him if you can.
Actually, you know what? The Unshackled are running a poll right now. You're just trailing him in terms of the biggest contributors for 2020 in terms of waking people up.
Are you joking? Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh, God, don't tell me that.
No one knows about that. But yeah, he's just he's doing some significant moves, and they keep coming after him. Yet he's still kicking goals, and that's the story that we've talked about in this episode.
Yeah,
keep pushing forward.
Good.
Awesome.